Bill Krackomberger, professional sports bettor, make my living betting sports. Looking forward to answering some questions here, letting you know a little bit more about me here, and I have a whole bunch of these questions. I really don't even know what they are yet here on Behind the Bettor. All right, let's go into the first one. What's the biggest mistake you see sports bettors make today? Biggest mistake, I'm going to say probably going all in, not having any proper bankroll management. Even my buddies back east that I grew up with, even though they know I make my living betting sports, they still come to Vegas like during the big tournament or whatever. They're bringing $2,000. They're supposed to bet like 2%, maybe $50 a game. No way. They're betting $300 a game, $500 a game. And by the way, they can't win doing that. You have the sharpest information in the world. If you're not using proper bankroll management, you have no chance. Gamblers ruin, R-U-I-N. And I know what happens in the end. They're over at the Western Union on the Strip getting money sent from back home. All right. Other than sports betting, what's your favorite way to gamble? I like video poker. I like getting deals on video poker, though. I'm not just going to blindly play video poker without getting a deal. So some walk-in money, some bonuses. I need money. I don't want no set of pots or pans or steak knives. Please keep that. I want cash coming in, but I'll give you a big play. If I get cash coming in, I'll give you a big play, and I don't have to win. Trust me. What's the best gambling movie ever? Wow, gambling movie. Well, I love to watch Casino. I only watch like 50 or 60 movies over and over again in my life. Hard for me to watch anything. I'm an old soul, a creature of habit. I like Casino. Robert De Niro, Sharon Stone. What a great movie about the way Vegas used to be. It was filmed at the Riviera. It was actually supposed to be the Stardust. That's the real Casino with Lefty Rosenthal and Tony Spilotro. I love that movie. But for gambling movies, maybe The Gambler is a great one. There are some great gambling movies. I still love Rounders too. Even though I'm not really a poker guy, I love Rounders because I grew up in those underground poker, and after-hour joints back in New York. So I kind of like that too. Do you remember your first sports bet? Yeah, of course. I was a little DJ when I was a kid, like most of you. Of course we were. My parents didn't know, growing up where we did, it was a rite of passage to gamble. So, of course, those parlay cards, which they have at the sports book here, back then you used to have your local guy running around the city with the parlay cards, betting 4-teamers and 5-teamers and 6-teamers. That was my first thing at like 9, 10 years old. Total little DJ with those things. Terrible. If I knew what I knew now, those same guys, knockaround guys from back home, by the way, they wouldn't like my bets very much because I'd be betting the antiquated lines closer to game time. That's my first bets. Okay, college football Saturdays or NFL Sundays? Well, the NFL is everything. It's everything here in Vegas. Probably make as much money in college football as I do NFL player props. That's what I like to play. Player props, some totals also mixed in there, some first half totals. I've had a lot of success. But it's probably going to be NFL Sundays, though. That's the bigger thing here, too. If you could only bet one sport for the rest of your life, what will it be? Okay, that's going to be the same answer. I'm going to say NFL player props. I'm looking to win. I don't do this for fun. I don't do this to enjoy myself. No, I'm looking to win. So player props, looking to win. I understand everyone else will probably say, what would it be? It would be football, NFL sides, and totals. And listen, it's very hard to beat that stuff. All right. What's your favorite all-time sports book? Let me tell you, I love this place that we're in. I know it's hard to say. Like, if you how can you say, oh, I like one of the dumps somewhere else or something? I'm not going to say that. Here at Westgate Superbook, they take my bets. First of all, I've taken large checks. I give John Murray permission to tell you the checks I've taken out at the end of the season here, 6-figure checks. This place is really good to me. They take my bets, and it's the Superbook. Where else would you want to be in this town? There you go. What's the best sporting event you've ever attended? Well, I'll tell you, probably the Subway Series. Maybe the Subway Series Mets-Yankees. I loved that the first time I went. I really love doing that. But I also, living in Vegas now, I was never a hockey fan. Golden Knights come here. When they were in the Stanley Cup versus Washington, my first hockey game I went to, it was so excited. This sounds sick. I was betting opposite of Vegas. I was betting Washington, yet I was rooting for Vegas with the crowd. It was the sickest thing because you felt like you had to. So it's going to be that. What a fan-friendly environment here. Las Vegas Golden Knights, great place. Best advice for sports bettors. Well, this could be, going back to something I said earlier, it is that bankroll management. It is not chasing the last game. I know it sounds like a vanilla answer, but it's the truth. It's not chasing that last bet of the night. You know, Sunday night football comes, you want to bet the Sunday night game because you lost Sunday. You didn't like the game at the beginning of the day, but it's the only thing, it's the only game in town. That's why the old New York bookmakers, the East Coast bookmakers, they used to end their week on Monday because they knew everyone is going to chase and everyone's going to bet that Monday night football game to get out. So listen, I want to be on the bookmakers' side. They're smart. Don't bet every game just because it's on TV. I know most people aren't going to listen, but hey, you want to take this serious or you want to just have fun, enjoy yourself, and be broke the rest of your life? What's your most memorable sports bet? It's probably going to be my best win is Banchero. Banchero, being the number one pick, won a lot of money on that. Beat this place out of 20 grand. They had like 20 to 1. I think it was 20 to 1. I had 21 to 1, 18 to 1. I bet 14 to 1, 12 to 1 multiple times. Then the information came out that my guy Banchero was not going to be number one. I went back to 15 to 1 again. I just kept on betting it and betting and betting. And not that I was over betting it. I was inside my bankroll. But it was a really nice six-figure score. That's going to be definitely my most memorable sports bet. Who would be on your Mount Rushmore of sports betting, of people in sports betting? Mount Rushmore, huh? Well, I respect anyone that wins. I respect the guys that I'll actually watch them and their shows, and I'll watch. Listen, I'm not watching no fluff. I'm not going to learn anything off anyone on ESPN or anything like that. It's not happening. So my guys that I've gone back to over the years are the originators of this sport. Michael Kent, who was Billy Walters' main guy. Genius, absolute genius. The old man still alive, Doc Midland. He's around 95. It's amazing, this guy. He's a freak of nature. He still gets some of the best information. So I'll put them up there with anyone else. I just interviewed Alan Boston yesterday. He's great, also a great sports bettor. Won a lot of money with him over the years. If you could share a VIP booth with any sports book, 3 famous people, who would they be? Oh, my God. VIP sport. I don't even know if Pacino's a gambler, but I love Al Pacino. I did a Q&A at the Mirage with him, and it was so cool just to be able to ask him questions from the audience. And I just wish I had more time with him. I love Pacino. He's born in the Bronx, like my family is all from. And I love Al Pacino. I would put him up there. I don't know, 3 famous people. You know, I've known Billy Walters for many years, and it's easy just to throw up his name out there. But just to listen to some of his stories, when I interview people like that, I just sit back and listen and let them tell the stories. My friend Tony Orlando is an old school singer. A lot of guys might not know him, but he has such great stories of being around with Sinatra in the old days. There you go. I want to tell you right now, I interviewed Sinatra's right-hand man for 15 years. That's who I'd want, though. I'd want Sinatra. Frank Sinatra, Tony Orlando, Billy Walters, and I'm going to throw that like I said, that 4th guy in there, Al Pacino. Is there a specific NFL season that comes to mind as the best? Boy, I tell you, we did really good on props this year in the NFL, but every season I look forward to because that market's not an efficient market. The NFL season, when it comes to these sports books putting up, 20, 30, 40 props per game, by the way. Some of these sports books put up 50 a game. You can't get the lines right on with 600 lines compared to the sports book that, it's easy to them, the sports book, just to have, no question, it's really easy for them just to get a line on a game. However, can you actually get the correct line on over-under yards on 50 or 60 different props per game? No way. So it's going to be NFL season every season. Well, guys, listen. Thanks for joining us here Behind the Bettor. Really appreciate it. I love doing these kind of things. So any suggestions, we'll do it again. Love it.